Hello and welcome to Hardline Rugby, the channel focusing on rugby union in the Americas. My name is Stuart, and today we are going to be looking at the new Western Conference and all its teams in Major League Rugby. The Western Conference contains teams from 2019 that were both the highest and the lowest in the table. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, Austin in 2019. Oh boy. It wasn't good. No. They had the dubious honour of getting whitewashed. There's no nice way to put this, I'm afraid. They lost every single game they were in last season. It was tough to be a fan of Austin last year. However, there is a bright side to this, because when you're at the bottom, the only way you can go is up. The Austin Herd are now under new management, and with signings like Corey Jones from the USA Men's Sevens, anything can happen. And let's be honest, you kind of want to see what happens, don't you? Now, every team is going to have the same goal in mind. Win the championship, lift the shield at the end of the season. But what I want to do is focus on smaller, more manageable goals to really show the teams how they progress through the year. And Austin, you have the easiest one of all. Win one game. Because if you win one, you're definitely doing better than last year. Colorado finished 6th last year, and it's mainly due to not seeing out the games they needed to. That's not to say they lost a lot of games, they just drew games they should have really won. However, with signings like Digby Ioane to the squad, and with that level of experience, Colorado should absolutely be a team to watch this year. As for their goal, it's gonna be similar to a lot of teams that will not officially say it, but really want it to happen. They have to beat Seattle, which of course is easier said than done. Houston appeared to be one of those teams that not so much there to make up the numbers, but also you knew they weren't going to make the playoffs. However, with their new management towards the end of the season, they started to turn things around and finished a respectable 7th in the championship. This potentially makes them the dark horses for the championship this year. Will they make the playoffs? Will they even host a playoff? Well, I'm keen to watch. Are you? Now, Houston's goal for this season, and they'll only get one shot of it during the season, is to beat New York. Now, last season they had the opportunity to face this team twice, and unfortunately came away with a loss both times. This time round, they only have one shot. Houston's goal for 2020 is to beat New York. San Diego finished 1st in the league last year and were tipped to take it all the way and to become the second champions of Major League Rugby. And unfortunately, that would have happened to any team if they hadn't been playing Seattle. Being just inches away from hosting the championship means that this year they have gone all out, especially with a certain signing. Now, I don't know if any of you guys may have heard of this new signing, won the World Cup twice, a guy by the name of Ma Nonu. Yes, that Ma Nonu. And now he's playing for the Legion. And if you're one of the guys that's now facing down Ma Nonu, well, good luck is all I can say. Now, of course, San Diego's goal is to lift the shield, make it their own. We all know that. But their other goal, and again, they'll only get one shot of this like Houston, beat Toronto. Seattle, the champions, the only winners that Major League Rugby has ever known. And they are definitely looking for the three-peat. And hey, if New Zealand couldn't do it, then maybe Seattle can. Signings like Juan Manuel Leguizamon as well as Ross Neal show that this team is focused on getting that 3rd championship. Seattle knows it has a target on its back, but with these signings, they're willing to take all challenges. However, if I could just say one thing, is that Seattle have never won the league. Yes, of course, they've won the championship. They've got 2 stars to prove it. But they've always finished 2nd in the league. Now, with the conference system, they'll have to take that monkey off their back. And the only way to do that is to host the home conference final. And at last, but by no means least, Utah. Utah may have finished 8th in the championship, but credit where it's due, they did draw against Seattle. Not many other teams can say they did that. But there was no continuous streak and no momentum to keep Utah going. And if you're not winning games, well, you're finishing 8th. However, with signings like Richard Stanford, Utah's mini goal for this year should be far more achievable. Just win consecutive games. But as you can see from the other teams mentioned in this conference, it's easier said than done. And those are your teams for the Western Conference. They will face each other both home and away, as well as the team from an Eastern Conference, either home or away, for a total of 16 games. But what are the teams in the Eastern Conference, I hear you ask? Well, I'll tell you that next time. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell notification to stay notified for all videos on Hardline Rugby. Once again, my name is Stuart, and thank you for watching.